Hello there. Welcome to Yoga for Wellness. My name is George Ethan Cox. I am your yoga instructor today. I'm RYT 200 hour certified, and we are here today at the R3 Recovery Center in Wilkesboro, North Carolina. We will be presenting yoga classes virtually and in person every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. and every Wednesday afternoon at 12 p.m. You are invited to join us at the local greenway for a walk for wellness. That takes approximately about 15 to 30 minutes. However, the offer is extended to continue your walk even beyond that time. We are trying to provide yoga and exercise and wellness options for those for free in order to just get some opportunities out there for people who want to try something new, who want to better themselves, or to discover a way to improve. But today, we're going to set ourselves back just a hair in order to find a little recharge and reset. I have an awesome yin yoga class today for you. All the postures are going to be taking a bit longer to hold this time, but it's in efforts to find stillness, to find calm and relaxation in the body, and to get comfortable in your own skin. So with that being said, make sure you dress extra comfy. You can even wear your socks today if you want to. Wear a hoodie if you like. Get a blanket, and I do recommend a couple of blocks or books if that is handy to you. So get those, a blanket, maybe a pillow or bolster, just because we're going to settle in and feel extra supported today. So when you are ready, we'll all meet in a nice, comfortable seat, and we are able to either have our legs crossed like so, or if you feel interested, you can sit on your heels like so. If you're have your legs crossed, invitation to place a block underneath your hips so you can focus on elongating the spine, really grounding down. Let's all take a breath in together through the nose. Long breath out through the mouth. Find a little softness in the face. Inhale in. Long breath out through the nose this time. Relax the jaw and the shoulders. Deep breath in through the nose. Find length in the crown. Lift the heart space. Side out. Relax the shoulders down. We're going to start stationary here in our seated position for a few minutes to find a moment of reflection, to find a moment to take our breath. I invite you, if you wish to close your eyes, please do so, or soften your gaze beyond the bridge of your nose. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Continue your deep breathing here at your own pace, finding areas of expansion as you inhale, finding areas of softness as you exhale. Just notice how you feel as you settle in. You made it. You made it to your mat. You made it to your destination. Now, invitation stands to simply be in the present moment. Be present with your body. Be kind to your body. And you're choosing kindness today by taking part in this class. Take another deep breath in through the nose. Fill yourself up. Out through the nose. Again, draining the tension from the temples and the face and the shoulders, low back. Grounding down gently with the tailbone and lifting in the heart. Notice the length of the spine. Just notice. If you notice any holding or tension you may be having in the spine here or the back body, See if you can find a little ease with each passing exhale. As you continue to breathe deep, you find yourself letting go of the day so far, putting aside the to-do list that can wait. Just simply allow yourself to be present with the breath. And if you find yourself with your mind wandering, return your focus on the breath. As the breath is what moves us and what guides us throughout our entire lives. Take your breath here. Take a few moments of stillness. If you have a block under your hips, imagine as if the earth is rising to meet you. There's no shame in support today or any day, as our bodies sometimes need tools to support them during their practice in order to just help us continue growing and preventing injury. A long breath in and out. All right, we're going to go into cobbler's pose to start. Opening our legs out here, first allow your feet to go right in front of your knees bent. Allow your legs to gently spill out to each side. Walk your hips forward a hair just to see if you can't meet your heels with your hips. And option here to place the block in between your feet here. Maybe give yourself a little foot massage. And find length in your heart space. We have someone coming in just a second, so there might be a little rustling in the background. But please, by all means, allow some relaxation in the hips. Really sink into this moment here. If you need to still have a block under your hips in this point, you may, or a pillow. I'm going to demonstrate simply for, well, example purposes. And another option, if you choose, I provide a lot of options just so you have them. You can place your feet on top of this block, allow your knees to fall a little deeper. Maybe like you're opening a book with your feet. Maybe give your feet a little love here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. I'm so glad you're here. We have a really extra cozy practice today.
Oh, good.
Yes, it'll be really good.
That's what I need.
Kyle's going to get you a couple of blocks here in a second. Yeah, we're going to feel extra supported today.
Okay. Fantastic.
Yes. Thank you for joining us this morning. We're glad to have you.
Yay. Thank you for getting those for me. I'm going to run to the potty real quick, but you guys don't feel,
Okay.
don't wait on me.
You're good. All right. So we're just sitting in this posture right now, finding length in the spine, returning to our breath, allowing our legs to get nice and heavy here. Your eyes can stay closed, as this practice is simply to find ease and relaxation. Always returning to the breath if the mind wanders. Setting the intention today to recharge, to reset. Maybe, if that was too much for you for the blocks, you can simply allow yourself to sit on the mat or floor, feet together, and have your legs rest on the blocks. There's so many options and variables here with yoga that can suit your needs or knees. use what works best for you. Keep that heart lifted. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Inhale again. All right, and as you exhale, think up and over as you take the crown of your head and peer over your feet like you're looking into a pond of water. Chin gently to the chest. You pull down with your elbows, holding onto your ankles here. Just taking a moment to open the hips. Maybe you sink a little deeper, maybe not. If you want a little extra here, you can have a block underneath your feet here as you open the legs and peer over. Got another minute here, we're almost there. Breathe in, find length in the spine. Breathe out, draw the navel in as you peer down, down, down into the pond. Relaxing the shoulders and the jaw. Allow your lips to maybe separate just slightly. Give your feet a little love. One more inhale in, look forward. Exhale, walk yourself back to center. Use your hands to bring your knees back together. And we're going to meet in staff pose. So simply, staff pose is just sitting down with your legs out in front of you, toes reaching towards your forehead or third eye. Now you could use your block here or a pillow if you want, but in order to achieve the maximum effect of this practice here of staff pose, I want you to think up and over as you fold, and don't think so much as trying to nail the asana. Just think so much more of feeling the natural movement of the spine. Really connect to from the tailbone all the way up to the top of the head here. Breathe in, lift the heart space, press down into your hands for a little extra lift. Look up. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, look up. Open the heart. Exhale, chin to chest. Once more, inhale, look up. Carve a line with the nose, lift up in the heart. And exhale, chin to chest, release the hands. Awesome. And we're going to lift the hands up way up high with the next inhale. And think up and over as you exhale, rain the hands down. Forward fold. Now your hands may meet your feet, that's awesome. But if they meet the shins or the calves or even just are at the thighs here, find what feels natural for you. There's no need to force the pose here. It's just so you can find a good stretch. Maybe you sway your head gently from side to side. Find a little natural movement. Maybe if you wish to rest your head on your hands or even take a couple of blocks or a pillow and rest your head on that. As you allow your palms to fall onto the mat, but facing the sky, excuse me. As you're receiving this moment of absolute surrender, take a deep breath in, feel it in the hips. Exhale, draw the navel in. Inhale, fill up the back body with air. And exhale it out. Keep breathing deeply. Again, we're going to hold these poses for a little bit longer today in order to really find ease. Notice something new that softens when you exhale. And try to breathe into the areas where you might experience holding
tension. For me, it's my shoulder blades. I breathe into that area between the shoulder blades. And then I soften as I exhale. But use your belly to store the air. So really draw in that navel to push that air out as you exhale to get that softness there. So breathe in through the belly and fill up the back body. Draw the navel in as you exhale. Relax the shoulders. And continue again, breathing at your own pace. Beautiful deep breaths here. You should not feel any tension in the head or the neck. If you do, move your arms back slightly. Or maybe find some support from the blocks or pillow.
One or two more breaths here, and then we'll move on to our next posture here.
Okay, on your last, you take one more inhale. Sigh it out. And on your next inhale, use your hands to push up
And lift your torso back up. Inhale, press your hands into the earth, lift the chin to the sky. And exhale, chin to chest. Two more. Inhale, carve a line with the nose to look up. Lift the heart. Exhale, chin to chest. One more time. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. All right. Take your time here. We are going to lower all the way down, down, down onto our backs.
Take it nice and slow today. You know, life is so fast. So fast. And it's so important to slow down sometimes. So we are on our backs. We are going into our supported bridge. So to support your bridge pose is simply allowing a block to rest underneath your hips. I do that, and you can do 2 blocks if you want to double stack. But it's to get the effects of bridge pose without straining or forcing any tension. And that is because we're going to be holding it for a little while longer than usual. So just focus in on tucking your tailbone in, like it's trying to reach towards your kneecaps here, but allow your lower back, your sciatica, to rest on the blocks. Maybe you have another block under your head here, maybe not. If you don't have a block underneath your head, you shimmy your shoulders in, maybe you get a heart opener here. Breathe. Allow your hands to press into the earth. Breathe into the belly and the heart space. Noticing again if you hold any tensions. Allowing all your tension to melt away into the earth beneath you. And again, at any time, if you feel like you want to add a block or remove a block, you may. Because everybody's different. Everybody has different needs. But somebody out there like myself says, lift the hips higher. And then somebody might say, better not. And that's okay. But the benefits of bridge pose is redirection of blood flow. It's not normal typically for the hips to be above the heart. So this kind of switches gears, brings fresh blood flow into the head here. Bringing fresh oxygen into the brain as you continue to breathe deeply. There's a lot of benefits of lifting your hips above your heart as well as your feet, like you do leg up the wall pose. Mostly it's through blood circulation, but it also helps just promote overall, well, I guess the key thing is circulation. I had another thing that just, I got too much blood to the brain.
Flexibility, maybe?
Yeah, flexibility for sure. Well, it opens up the hips, yes. And it also stretches the low back muscles, even if it's latent due to you sitting on a block. It's still the subtle movements in the lower body that allows a little stretch to the sciatica, the tailbone. Also activates the abdominals and also promotes overall mindfulness to try to create that full body experience. Typically in bridge, you press into your feet and your hands, and so you're using all the muscles in the body. But today we're going in for a little bit more relaxed concept here. Continue to breathe in through the belly. And long breath out. You are supported in this class, my friends. The earth is supporting you here. You are in a safe space to simply be who you are, be where you are. No judgment here. You've taken the time to practice yoga. That's a beautiful thing. I'm going to take 2 or 3 more breaths here before we transition to our next pose. Okay. When you are ready, gently remove the block from beneath you. Roll over to one side. And we're just going to lift halfway up onto our elbow here. And then you sway back onto your other elbow. Now what I want you to do here is take that block and put it underneath the small of your back where it arches naturally. And we're going in for a supported back bend here with support to the legs. So take your other block and raise it to where your heel, put it underneath your heels here. Or you can put it underneath your knees, whichever works whichever suits your fancy. You okay there, Kyle? Another option would be to take a pillow or a rolled up mat. I know, it's funky. But also in a way it kind of feels good. I mean, if you feel any pain whatsoever, please ease off or
No
you can
pain.
live with that. Okay.
But it does remind me of the chiropractor.
Yeah. Are you talking about the like therapy table thing?
Yeah. The roll.
Yeah.
Tape.
Mm-hmm. We got to do a class one day. We should do a class with like foam rollers one day and just like go to town.
Yeah.
But this opens the heart. This allows a little extra stretch to the abdominals as you breathe. It kind of helps negate the bridge pose. Because instead of your hips or your tailbone stretching and reaching down, it's going back into its natural tilt. Yeah. Just allow yourself to relax here. Just be. Maybe your feet spill out from underneath. Toes don't have to be erect. Maybe you'll just allow your hands to fall as natural as it comes. This is almost Shavasana, but not quite. It's very similar. We're just going to do one or two more breaths here. Really open the heart as you inhale. Really sink deeper into your mat with your exhale. All right. Nice and slowly bend the knees. Bring your feet flat on the mat. And roll to one side. Remove that block from under you. We are going in for one of my favorite supine twists. So take that block here and place it onto in between your legs and give your knees a hug in through the chest. Maybe tailbone lifts up off the mat just slightly. Maybe you sway gently side to side. Maybe you make circles with the knees one way, massaging the lower back. Maybe you find a sweet spot and you just play there for a little bit. Using your breath, inhaling as your knees grow close to your heart, exhaling as they round through the front. A few more and then we'll switch rotation. Alright, go ahead and give your knees a switch to the other direction. Nice and slow and controlled. This works your abdominals, however subtly. This also stretches the low back and of course gives you a beautiful, really good, feel-good massage. Alrighty. Squeeze your knees into the chest. Release your hands out wide and use them as support. Press into the floor as you lower the knees to the left. Still squeezing them in towards the chest. All right. Try to see from here you can't allow both shoulders to grow nice and heavy. Take your left palm and place it on the right thigh here, just to keep guiding it down. And then, when you're ready, allow your gaze by carving a line with your nose to look to the right. Looking at your right palm or beyond, or keeping your eyes closed for a full body twist experience here. Just notice how you feel. Breathe into your bellies. See if you can't keep that anchored right shoulder. This is called a yin practice, in contrast with yang, which is more active, more about getting the heart pumping, about coming alive. This yin practice is for reset, recharge, rejuvenate, restore. Helps you simply have time to notice how you feel, gives you the moments you need to reflect for a moment, or just notice and let it go. Or it's simply just a feel-good practice. No pressure, no judgment, just love. Get ready to switch. Take your time here. Place both palms face down to the out, nice and long and wide. And press into the palms firmly as you roll your legs back to center. When you're ready, give yourself a hug. Squeeze the knees into the chest. And again, take your time. No need to worry about when to transition because it's your practice. Take all the time you need. Press the palms into the floor at your sides and lower your knees to the right this time. Allowing your right hand to rest on your left thigh. Allowing your gaze to move towards the left. Peering beyond your left hand this time. Opening the heart, allowing both shoulders to go heavy. Breathe into the belly for a fantastic twist. Continue to breathe deep into the belly. You find yourself wondering, your mind moving about, and notice how you feel, and return to the breath. And we'll take a couple more deep breaths here, and we'll return back to center. On your next inhale in, bring your arms out, press into the floor, squeeze your navel down towards your back body as you exhale, bringing your knees back to center. And lower it back down to the mat. Alrighty, release that block. We're going to cross our right ankle over the left thigh. Take your right hand and insert it in this hole here. And wrap the left hand around your left thigh to interlace behind it. So both hands are behind the left thigh in a figure 4 shape, and we are going to pull that thigh in towards the chest for a deep stretch in the hips. Maybe sway side to side for natural movement here. We're taking a little extra care to stretch our legs today because we hold the most stress there. A lot of times we get back problems. It also radiates down towards the legs. And so building a little flexibility, a little bit of just self-care with the legs, it can really help us through the whole day. Because your legs carry, gotta give them some credit, gotta give them some love. Maybe you take a moment to rotate your ankles one direction, or rotate your feet. Maybe you go the other way.
We knew what you meant.
Yes. If you want a little extra, you could wrap your fingers around the shin for a little more of a stretch. Maybe you could focus in on pressing your right elbow into the right thigh, or even more of an opening. And if it feels like too much, you can ease off a little bit. Intensity, we wanna feel that stretch deeply. Yes, that's true, and that is important, but it's also just as important to move with softness and to find ease. It takes control. It takes relaxing the mind and the body. All right, we'll go ahead and lower that leg down and switch across the legs. Left leg over the right thigh this time. Go ahead and interlace those hands behind the right thigh and give yourself a pull. Go ahead and rotate the feet one direction and the other. Continue breathing deep. And when your feet stop rotating, see if you can't keep the toes active. All right, go ahead and lower that leg down. Take your time, and we're going to lift up onto our elbows. Bring your feet as wide as your yoga mats and windshield wiper side to side. Get those feels out. Give a little massage in the hips. And when you're ready, we're going to sit back up and meet on all fours. All right. Make sure your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders, your knees under hips. Walk your hands forward slightly and drop your elbows to where your hands just were. You're going to continue to walk your hands forward, melting your heart down as we meet in puppy posture. Opening the armpit, chest, heart melting with each breath. Maybe your forehead rests on the mat. Draw the navel in slightly with each exhale. Allow yourself to find a sweet stillness. Allow yourself to surrender, to let go of what is beyond your control. Maybe you give your forehead a little massage to the brow. Focus in on breathing deep, finding nuances, discovering something new with your practice, even in stillness. One or two breaths here. And then we're going to lift our heads, walk our arms back, then walk your hips all the way back to your feet. Open the knees as wide as the yoga mat. And walk their hearts back down, extended child's pose. Focus in on breathing in the back body, wherever you may experience tightness. And find softness with every exhale. All right. You actually beat me to the next one. I was going to do.
Oh.
No, I was just looking at
I was thinking, gosh, that would feel good. And
Yeah,
so I
that-
started to do it.
That's actually what I was about to do. You got it going on. That's what's up. All right, everybody, go ahead and lift your hips back up. All right, we're going to plant our left palm to the center. Inhale, bow and arrow. Reach the arm up towards the sky. Exhale, draw the hand underneath and through the left arm and relax your shoulder down, relaxing your ear down. Find a beautiful stretch. Maybe extend your arm up. Breathe deep through the shoulders. Breathe into that area between your right ear and right shoulder. Find a release and tension with each exhale. If you find there's too much pressure on your head, bring your hand back and press into it. But allow yourself to stay where you are if you're comfortable. Take one or two more breaths here. Then we'll transition to the other side. When you're ready, on your next inhale, press your palm back into center. Reach the right hand way up high once more. And then exhale, place your palm down to replace the left. All right, switcheroonie. Reach the right hand up high this time. Press into the left palm. Exhale, thread the needle through and relax your shoulder. Relax your head. Extend your right hand up and beyond the top short corner of the mat. Allow yourself to find ease on the left side of the mat. Breathe into the shoulder blades. For those practicing at home, you could get a blanket and a pillow for what we're about to do next. But first, we're going to take a couple more moments here, maybe just about a minute. All right, take one or two more breaths here. Nice and long breaths. And on your next inhale, press into your palm. Reach the left hand way up high. Open the heart space, spiral that heart. And then exhale, plant the palm back down. Beautiful. All right, we're going to meet back again onto our backs. So we are, before we go into Shavasana, getting the wiggles out, we're going to have, well, we're going to do a stirrup pose that transitions into a happy baby. Stirrup pose, if you don't know what it is simply taking one leg and holding it for a little bit of time. So to get into your stirrup pose, we're laying nice and flat on our mats. Go ahead and take both knees and squeeze them into the chest. Give yourself a hug here. Inhale. Exhale, release the left leg out long. Allow it to hover for just a second. And then relax it down to the mat. All right. So we have the right, we're going to take our right leg, hold it with the left hand, and kick the foot up slightly. See if you can't take your right foot with your right hand on the inside of the arch. Think happy baby, like you're holding on the inside. See if you can't ground down with the knee here on the right. Keep your toes active. Maybe you wrap that palm around to that outer edge of the foot. Maybe you can take that left hand and release it and place your left hand on your left hip for stability. Stirrup posture. Pulling that leg down. Maybe you have a little natural movement, that foot moving gently left to right, just little pulses. Just breathe into that right hip. Just a few more breaths here. All right. Gently release that right leg. Bring both knees back into center. Give yourself a hug. And then we're going to extend the right leg out long this time. Point the toes. Then hold on to the left. Then first you want to relax the right foot down. You want to hold on to your left leg with the right hand as you slide your left into the inner arch of your left foot. Maybe you can wrap your hand onto the outer edge of that foot, creating a stirrup posture, grounding down in your shoulder blades and finding a gentle tug with the elbow. Keeping the toes active. Breathe into that left hip. And if that's too much for you, you can simply wrap your peace fingers around your big toe or keep your hand on the inner arch of the foot. And no need to perfectly straighten the stirrup posture. The point is to open your hip a bit more. And then we'll level it out by straightening our hamstrings with the child's pose. I'm going to do like 2 or 3 more breaths here. And then we'll release and go to our happy baby. And when you're ready, release that leg. Just as you need. We're going to move into happy baby. Simply take your feet. You can wrap your hands around the outer arches or inner arches, or wrap your peace fingers around your big toes. You just take your time kicking one foot up at a time. Have a party. Enjoy yourself.
Yay.
This is the chillest party. Like 10 out of 10. Super chill. Get out any of those wiggles that you need to get out. Look at those toes. Sway a little side to side. Find any natural movement that will suit you here. When you're ready, squeeze your knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug here. Maybe you carve a line with the nose towards your knees and your head lifts. Take a deep breath in here. Lots of love in. Lots of love out. Exhale. All right. Gently unfold with your next exhale. So just take your time going as slow as possible as you unravel the body. Moving down nice and slow, maybe with the flow here. With ease, and your legs melt down to spill out of the mat. Your arms gently float down to rest onto the floor. Maybe your shoulder blades snuggle underneath the heart space, the little heart opener. As we enter our final posture for the day, Shavasana, corpse pose. To find stillness at the conclusion of today's ease practice. Simply allowing yourself to just be present with your body and just exist in the moment. Take stock of our bodies here, doing a little body scan. You can invite yourself for a little meditation, just to notice the sounds of the breath and finding expansion. You can go on a little internal visual quest here, so to speak, where you could go on a journey, not quite like falling asleep, but very much similar. It's Shavasana meditation is lying in between the areas of consciousness and unconsciousness. So you're not fully asleep, but your mind is active and creating a visual in the mind if you allow it to. Or you could just simply be and breathe. Allowing yourself just to relax in the fullest. Surrendering your body sway completely and fully to the support of the mat and floor beneath you. You are supported today. Allow yourself to relax the jaw. If your tongue is on the roof of your mouth, see if you can't release it. Soften the brow, the temples, the forehead. Soften the palms and feet, and the fingers and the toes. Soften the heart. Allow yourself to be completely and fully relaxed. Knowing you're fully and completely supported. Allow your breathing to remain at a normal pace. Just notice how you feel.
We'll stay here for about 2 to 3 minutes. So allow yourself to stay relaxed. And I'll let you know when we conclude the practice. If your mind wanders, allow it to return to the breath. Okay, my friends, let's bring your awareness back into the space, beginning to allow your fingers and toes to stir. Maybe you gently rock the head side to side, allowing a gentle massage to the back of the head. You can keep your eyes closed if you wish. Go ahead and bend the knees, allow your feet to be flat on the mat, allowing your back to flush with the mat. And pick a side you'd like to roll over onto, any side's fine. Take your time. You could stay here as long as you need. Maybe use your hand as a pillow. And when you're ready to press up into your hands, allow yourself to gently lift back into seated. With this practice, I aim to find a little stillness, a little calm, a bit of a reset. I hope that by practicing this that you feel a little bit more relaxed in your day and that you can have some fresh energy. We conclude our practices in gratitude. Thank yourselves for showing up today. Be grateful that you have this opportunity to expand your minds and to find something new, hopefully. I thank you for being here, not just for me, but for you as well. With true humbleness in my heart, I bow to you and say, Namaste.
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 The light in me honors the light in you.
Yes. Light in me honors the light in you. All right, folks. Thank you for joining us this week. Again, we have awesome practices every Saturday at 10 a.m. I will announce that I will be out of town next weekend on Saturday, so there will not be a live in-person class. There will be a virtual video available to you next week as well. So you will have that to enjoy even if I'm not here. So just be on the lookout for more details, and I will be back in 2 weeks. I can't wait to see you guys then. Oh, and be sure to come join us on Walks for Wellness Wednesdays at 12 o'clock. Love you guys. Have a beautiful week ahead, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.